Welcome to another edition of the Mondeh Report. I'm Tamba Monday. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on, YouTube, you know what I'm saying, TikTok. Just out there, man. The Monday blog. You know what I'm saying? It's good, Samir.
Hey man, another day, another dollar. Alabama playing Auburn. Thanksgiving just passed. Gotta go back to work tomorrow.
Sheesh.
Back to the regularly scheduled program. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Know the vibes, man. It's good, Cloud.
Can't call it, man. Steady floating, man. Just passed another cumulonimbus, you dig?
Yeah.
Dreams, though, man, you dig?
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Got several topics that we want to get into this week. Just to preview them for everybody. So we got some NBA talk coming up, some more rap stuff, who's the best rapper in the world. And we got a music review this week. So we got a track from Toven, you know what I'm saying, one of our homeboys from West Alabama. And we got a local section, just talking about recent political events, and then we got an international topic. Then we'll close out with some editorials. You know what I'm saying? All right, so NBA stuff. All right, so got a headline for y'all. I wanted to run this by y'all. I was just thinking about this. The Thunder have been really just running through the league these last really 3 years, if you really think about it, like regular season wise. Like the year before they won the title, I think they had the most regular season wins. Then last year they had the most regular season wins again, and then they finally broke through, won the title. And Shai Gilgeous has been, one of the best players in the league. You know what I'm saying? Last year's MVP, last year's Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? Great player. You know what I'm saying? Every time he comes on TV, I watch him. But it's not something I'm just actively looking towards, though. You know what I'm saying? Like just growing up, I used to watch like guys like Tracy McGrady and just like really anticipate seeing a guy like that play. Then like Dirk Nowitzki, Kobe Bryant. Guys like that were like must see TV because of their style. You know what I'm saying? But with Shai, I just don't. Whenever I watch him, I know he's good, but I don't see nothing exciting, man. Like whenever he plays, like I'm not like his style of play doesn't really jump out to me. And like I don't know if it's just me or if just like the viewers agree with me, because if you really look at the ratings and you look at what the Thunder did last year, they were part of a finals that wasn't really a very watched finals. You know what I'm saying? I think this headline says that it was like the least watched NBA finals, excluding the COVID years, since 2007. And we're talking about a team that's winning like 65 games and a guy who's putting up crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think his style of play really jumps out. That's just me. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay. So like what's the
You feel
What's the
You,
headline? Or
you,
what you asking?
you feel like his style of play like really jumps out? Like whenever you watch Shea, do you get like the vibes of like a superstar, a guy that just brings you to like the TV screen to watch him play? Like I was talking about like guys like Tracy McGrady, Dirk, Kobe, you know what I'm saying? The list could go on. You could say guys like Kyrie, KD, Steph, LeBron, Giannis. Like these guys are like when they're on TV, people are gonna watch them play, John Morant, but I don't get the same feeling whenever I watch Shea play. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. You know, I feel like the numbers suggest that I might be right because a team that's winning like 65 games, like they should be like, everybody should be talking about them. You know what I'm saying? And people should be like saying, oh, like, people should be like tweeting every time these guys are playing, you know what I'm saying? Or like sharing their highlights, but they're just a really good team, but not an exciting team, if that makes sense.
Okay. It's weird because he doesn't really play very flashy and he doesn't really play with much emotion. So it's really more so about how fluid he is. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he ain't doing nothing that's really just like you gonna like you said, like he's really not doing anything in particular that's gonna stand out. So really it's just about him just kind of being like elegant with it. Like it's just kind of just like he's just tiptoeing, he's just kind of floating or like
yeah,
ice skating through all his moves. Um, I think one reason why he's not, I feel like he is box office. Like you have to see it in order to appreciate it, but it's not, but it's also just not nothing special. Like he
yeah,
does, like he does what he does, and he does it kind of efficiently. But like you said, it's nothing that really just stands out or just sets him apart from anybody. Besides how fluid he does it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? If you can appreciate the fact how he does it, like with no emotion, and it's like he kind of just doesn't even try for real because it doesn't look like he's putting much effort into what he's doing.
yeah.
Excuse me, it's that Thanksgiving food. But if you can appreciate that, then maybe it is box office. For me, the reason he became box office in a sense or must see TV for me was because when I was like in the sports betting, he was a sure ticket. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty good bet for SGA to have 30 plus. So you see, you put in a ticket every day, and every day that 30 plus is hitting for SGA, and some nights it's 35, 36, 38. Because season four last, he ain't really had no 40%, 40-point games. But
Yeah,
you can count them for 30. And I feel like that's what pushed them last year, getting a couple 40 points in, because people were saying, I don't know if he got that next gear to go to. You know what I'm saying? Um,
but how's that box office though?
it's it's box office because look, if you look at him, if you hear how he talks, it's not even like he's a hooper. It's like he's legit a model, but he's hooping. Like I feel like the reason why he don't really resonate like celebrities of the past is because he's not crazy enough. The topic we going to get to later, he's not like us. I don't subscribe to that not like us type of like I guess mentality because
Yeah,
he's still black and he's still doing his thing or whatever. But that's probably why. Like you get what I'm saying? He didn't
yeah.
grow up. Where is he from? Canada.
Canada.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
the same thing. Like it's the same way that people like Drake, but you know, because the talent is there, but it's just like, you know, he ain't doing no crazy dance moves. He not singing better than nobody. He's rapping better than everybody, surprisingly. But you know, so I don't know. But back to the SGA thing, I just feel like if he grew up, like if he like Anthony Edwards is more relatable to a lot of people. So you know,
Yeah,
a lot of people
he's
would champion
yeah,
Anthony Edwards, but
he's box office.
yeah, I mean,
He,
and not even necessarily just for his play or just for his personality, but a mixture of both. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Um, I think the reason he is must see box office TV is because of how good he is, even though he's not doing anything flashy. Like if you watch him play, most of his film is like cone work. He's just
yeah,
running plays. He's just running. He's just practicing with live targets. You get what I'm saying? It's just like he in a flow state the whole game. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
And
But
then you got to think about it. He's not even playing a lot of fourth quarters. So these 30 points he's still getting them this season in the
yeah,
first 13, 18 games. So he's getting 30 in some of these games, and he's not even playing in some of these fourth quarters.
yeah,
So, I mean, if you kind of add context and relativity to it, it's just like, wait. So this kind of skinny guy, he's not really muscular. He's not super athletic. He's not flashy, but everybody's saying he's the best. I gotta see, and it's kind of like, I guess, premature must see. It's like when
yeah,
people don't believe it yet. So it's kind of just like the myth, or you know what I'm saying? People talking about him and the way he's performing makes him must see. But at the same time, he has such a good team that you know his team kind of makes him look better too. Like his team is
yeah,
so good. I can see why people could just be like, you know what, him getting that 30 is because his team is good. Like he's good. Don't get me wrong, but he has a really good team. He probably in the best or at least top three organizations in the league right now. So
yeah,
maybe it's not just him. Maybe it's everything all together that makes him what he is. You get what I'm saying? So I think I'm not mad if people call him box office, but depending on, you know, what makes somebody box office to you, I can understand. Like I don't necessarily believe I don't believe he is box office, but I believe the OKC Thunder are box office, like the whole team. And me and you have talked before that people say J Dub is the second best player. Some people might argue for Chet, but honestly, I think he is Superman and the whole team is Batman. And when you don't have a clear second star and everybody is running on all cylinders and you can plug in different people and all that, it kind of takes it kind of you know what I'm saying? People actually watching the games, it kind of makes what you doing less appealing. Now the people, the stat guys, the analytic guys, they gonna love it. They gonna, you feel me, champion you. But people who see people look at your numbers and your analytics and start comparing you to Kobe and other greats, then that's when people who not watching the game for real, they're like, hold on now. People who don't care about stats, they like, hold on. So it's just I feel like it's really just about where you are with basketball, what you like, what you look for, and you know what you see, what you actually see. Because you might just see your homeboy talking about it. You might just see the few clips that's in your algorithm on social media. You might just go by what ESPN is covering. You get what I'm saying? So it's just I feel like it's a lot of factors into all that. I feel like I'm gonna give him his respect. He an MVP. You know what I'm saying? He won a champion all in the same year, finals MVP. I'm gonna give it. Oh, you know what? I'm in the middle because I feel what you're saying, but I'm not gonna take it away from him if that makes sense.
yeah,
So I'm not just gonna say he's box office, but I do appreciate him. I do mess with him as a player. I do feel like he's top four in the league. You know what I'm saying? And he's a leader. Obviously, like that's another thing too. With that team being so good, him being the leader and seeing how he galvanizes his team and how they follow him, even though they all good. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they could all be considered, just all of them the MVP. If depending on who asking, I feel like that's got to count for something too. Because if J Dub and Chet was really as good as everybody think they are, or some people think they are, they could easily get an ego and be like, I can be the guy on this team. But they give him the, you know what I'm saying? They respect him enough to let him be the leader. I don't know if J Dub and Chet are in commercials singing what a girl wants, what a girl needs, if SGA not doing his thing. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if they in that commercial, if SGA not doing his thing. So I feel like they respect him as their leader and the MVP. And I feel like, that's what it is.
All right. That being said, who do you feel like's the MVP this year? So you got, Shai right now. I got like some MVP rankings right now from the NBA.com as of this past week. And so Shai's number 2 on the list. So you got Shai number 2, Jokic number 1. You got Luka number 3, Giannis number 4, and Cade Cunningham number 5 right now. So these are the guys who they feel like been going off. Like everything you just said says to me that Shai has a lot of help.
All right, look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I am a Laker fan, right?
Yeah.
But I ain't really just been a Luka guy. Like rookie skinny Luka, that guy was crazy. Not gonna lie to you. That
Yeah.
guy was crazy. And I'm not saying he's not good now, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I think Luka got a good case to be MVP over SGA and Jokic.
All right.
And also I feel like Cade has a good, he's good in that conversation too. Not necessarily, I think he's at the bottom for sure, but the fact that where Cade has took that team, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say it's just Cade because Jalen Durant, he's taking a step. Like they've all taken a step forward. It's not just Cade, but for Cade to be like the clear best player on that team,
yeah,
I can, but I don't think Cade is better than Jokic or SGA or Giannis. So I'm cool with him being last. I'm
yeah,
actually cool with Giannis being last too because his team not that good.
yeah,
But his team ain't nothing without him. So, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? He might be number 4.
You got that
Also,
narrative. Yeah,
also, I will put Jokic at 3rd just because his team is what it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like when he first started doing all this, didn't nobody really respect his team like that. I mean, obviously they won a chip, so I'm not gonna say that, but you know what I'm saying? At first it was like, Jokic got the Nuggets here, or Jokic took Denver all the way here. Now it's like we've seen so much of them and expected so much of them. It's like, what are your teammates gonna do? Like you don't have a bad team. Like your teammates gonna have to step up and help you carry them. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I feel like the Nuggets are a good enough team to where Jokic playing good ain't really. It's because of him, but it's I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But I got Luka 1, SGA 2, Jokic 3, um, and then whoever else. I honestly thought
yeah.
Wemby was gonna be in the mix, but I'm not sure.
I guess it's because he's missed enough games the last few weeks.
Yeah. So to be honest, you know, surprisingly, Luka and AR, they doing a thing out there. I don't
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna win it all. A lot of people are saying they could be sneaky, but I don't see that. But Luka is that good. that he can carry, like he can make your team that good. Like no cap.
Yeah.
Like I see it now. I didn't see it when he was playing in Dallas, but I see it now. I mean, I don't know. I still don't really like his game.
Smooth.
Like every time I don't like watching his game. Every
So-
time I'm watching Luka play, I'm just like, bro, I know these guys are mad that he hooping, he killing them with this Adam Sandler build, bro. He hooped just like Adam Sandler at LA Fitness, bro. And he killing, bro. I know they be mad, bro.
So
It just go in. Like watching Luka is literally like watching 2K, like my player.
yeah, he be hooping, man.
Like
I think you feel like he's box office. I feel like he is because like the way he passes the ball, like you know what I'm saying.
I
Like
don't like
I
them
feel like
bailout passes. I'm not a fan of that. But it works for him. So,
you know what I'm saying, the no looks. You know what I'm saying. Each side of the court. You know what I'm saying. Alleys. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really get into like the box office, who is and who ain't. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got fans, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know enough people. You know, my opinion is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never really thought of who is box office and who not. If you ask me, they probably like in reality, they probably all box office. You get what I'm saying? Like, you
If
get
you
what I'm
really think
saying?
about it, if you
You
really,
get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, they probably all really box office. Like, if we just really just, So, yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about it. I don't think SGA is necessarily the best player in the league, even though he fought, like, he's just running a damn near flawless campaign right now. Like, with his play, his team's play, they being 17-1 in the first 18 games, like him not playing some fourth quarters, them being able to pull somebody off the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th player off the bench and being able to plug them in when somebody is out and then they still cooking like hey, Sam Presti need to be, hey man, I need to see what's up with him, bro. I found out Sam Presti is some kind of way involved with the Simpsons. And the Simpsons then predicted so much bullshit in 5, 10, 15, 20 years
yeah.
before it happened. You feel me? Sam Presti might know somebody from Back to the Future with a time machine. You know what I'm saying? Because how else? I ain't gonna say how else. He could be good at his job. He could be. But come
Yeah.
on. You work for the Simpsons and you ain't missing on none of these picks, and you still got 2 picks. You got 2 picks, 2 first-round picks coming up in this draft? Nah, son. Nah. Nah. I mean, I
Hey,
ain't even really no conspiracy theories, but nah.
hey,
If he was black, I wouldn't question.
did the Simpsons predict the Kendrick Lamar Drake battles?
Probably not.
And joint came out of nowhere.
It, it did, but it didn't. It's been kind of bubbling, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. It did, but it didn't. But I ain't gonna lie. I ain't see that coming. Like, it's not that Drake and Kendrick Lamar going at it would be out of the realm of possibility, but how it happened, I would have never expected nothing like this to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So how you feel about just the rap game ever since all that? You know what I'm saying? So Kendrick and
wait, so
Drake, Kendrick and Drake go at it all like last year, right?
uh,
And going back and forth, and you know, I don't know how everything played out for real, like which tracks dropped first, and you know, just how everything came together. But you know what I'm saying? It definitely set the world ablaze last year. You know what I'm saying? To where it seems
look,
like it seems like Kendrick came out of that a different kind of superstar, right?
no, hell no. That's what they want you to think. I don't see that.
Yeah.
I don't see that. But just for a summary, to my knowledge, it happened like this. Drake and Cole making first person shooter.
Yeah.
They send that shit to Kendrick. And I don't even know if I believe this, but they send that shit to Kendrick to get him on the feature.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it don't happen. J. Cole may or may not have known Kendrick was supposed to be on the record. He probably did because he said Kendrick's name. I don't know. But then Kendrick say, fuck the big three. It's just Big Me. He jump on a, and this the thing. This how I know it went random. I swear to God. He jumps on the track with Future and Young Metro Boomin, right? Who coincidentally, it ain't really no coincidence. They have a problem with Drake. They going through their own squabbles with Drake, and don't nobody know it until this shit happened. Cause it's like, why is he dissing? Why is Future letting they supposed to be cool?
Yeah.
So if Future let him do that, him and Future, whatever. So that's how we find out Drake got a problem with everybody. Everybody got a problem with him.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they asked Future and Metro about it in a magazine they did in the article, whatever, and they was trying to play it off like, what beef? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We beef. I didn't know there was some beef. I didn't know what they was trying to act oblivious to it. But the reason that shit didn't work is because after they dropped that, what's the name of the song? Like That?
Yeah. I think it was
Okay,
like
so after
that.
they dropped Like That,
Yeah.
Kanye West, if you remember, he drops a Like That freestyle, like off a similar beat. He kind of remixed it a little bit, but he went mostly at J. Cole.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of the song, he like, Future, I got y'all, da, 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 which could mean nothing. But he did an interview with Justin LeBoy, I think, afterwards. He was like, yeah, Future them called me, like, they be trying to get rid of this fuck nigga. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From that point right there, Kanye had already implicated Future and Metro.
Mm-hmm.
So that lets you know right there, they calling around to see how to team up and how to do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, after Kendrick did Like That, then, that's when all the other records started coming out. Push Ups, the Buried Alive, Freestyle. Then Kendrick dropped Euphoria, and then John 3:16 or whatever that song was. Then Drake did Family Matters. Then 45 minutes later, the Meet the Grams drop, kind of just stepped on his whole release. Then then the next morning, Not Like Us dropped. Then later on that night, The Heart Part 6 dropped. So that's kind of the timeline for it all.
Yeah.
And I guess what really, to summarize what happened, the culture turned on Drake. Like the culture immediately flipped and was like, we don't want to hear you say Ninja no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what happened. And everybody like, Kendrick. You know what Kendrick do?
Yeah.
He drops Watch the Party Die. And whether people wanted to really admit it or not, we was like, hold on, man. We might have went too far getting rid of Drake, man. He dropping this shit, man. He dropped the Watch the Party Die shit. And, people trying to, this is what this means, man. Speaking in, hieroglyphics and shit, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The reason I was cool with this, with talking about this, right? We get it, right? I don't think. I think Kendrick won the battle, but I can't say he won.
Definitely.
I can't say he won the war.
You can't say he won the war?
I can't say he won the war. Because if it really feels like he was a pawn in all this. It's like whether it is UMG, like the record label doing all this or not.
Yeah.
if Kendrick really did his thing, it would have had lasting impressions on everybody. Like, it wouldn't have been just a moment.
Yeah.
I feel like they took that moment, they capitalized off of it, and made a cool couple $100 million just capitalizing off that moment. But when he dropped GNX, you know what I'm saying? People was feeling it, you feel me? They were still hyped, they were still on the Kendrick hype train. But that was a moment. One reason being, it was mostly Cali sound. Cali
Mm-hmm.
sound is regional because they
Yeah.
make the same type of music.
Yeah,
So,
it went
you know,
national. Yeah.
so we can respect it and love it for a minute, but that's not about to be the new wave of hip hop. Cali sound is just not about to take over hip hop.
Yeah. It's
One
definitely
reason being,
refreshing. It's definitely refreshing though. Like, cause so much of the sound is like Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, or Houston, or you know what I mean?
that's an opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you saying it's refreshing, but if you listen to
Yeah.
artists from out there before the Kendrick hype train, he making the same music as them. It's a
Yeah.
little bit better, but that West Coast, Cali, LA sound, or Compton or wherever, it kind of just sounds the same.
Yeah.
Like, if you like, I'm sure it's one or two beats on that GNX album that sound similar to Not Like Us. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's very similar. And all the people, Lefty, Gunplay, all those other up and coming artists or West Coast artists that he put on there, they kind of sound the same. Nobody from Cali is rapping like they not from Cali, bro.
Yeah. For the most
So, you
part.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, at the very least, you could put out more music to push the sound further out into the culture. But it really just felt like a money grab. All this shit just felt like a capitalization of the moment.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
And see, I just don't know how long that moment lasts because it just felt like such a huge moment in
Feel like
hip
it's
hop.
gone already.
It just felt like a huge moment in hip hop. Like you feel like it's gone. So so everything that Kendrick built upon for last year, you know, there isn't like a snowball effect to that because I feel like you said that Kendrick won the battle, but maybe he didn't win the war, and I just don't know, you know, how to dissect that because it's just like it just felt like a huge moment, and it felt like and anytime you just look back on that moment, it's going to be like that was the point where the torch was passed from Drake officially to Kendrick. You could argue that Drake wasn't like the overall top artist before that, but once that moment hit, it seemed like you know everybody who was gonna just have an opinion about the state of the game, that they would frame it as that was a moment for Kendrick, you know. But to your point, like I feel like Drake on the streams, he hasn't really fell off on the streams, in terms of just the artist, messing with him. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people he probably, you know, isn't gonna be on the track with, at least not right now. But I feel like Drake is still like a huge draw in the game, which is crazy after something like that. But I don't know. I just feel like anytime Kendrick drops something right now, it just feels like, that's going to be the moment. You know what I'm saying? Um, mm, so the question is, just going into this year, you know, is Kendrick still on top of the game? And
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like my whole thing is the reason I said he won the battle is because, sometimes, bro, it ain't no rules to war. But when you take shortcuts, you get cut short. See, it wasn't really just that he beat him, but he turned the culture against him. It ain't that he did beat him in the rap battle, but the real battle that was won was like, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Taking him out of position.
Yeah.
When I say he won the battle, I mean that for him to have won the war, in my opinion, he would be the guy. But for one, he didn't even kill him. Like you said, he's still doing. I mean, he's not doing that much because he's kind of starving the injury. Not the injury. The what's the word I'm looking for? Industry. He's starving the industry a little bit. Just like when DJ Khaled was like, "Yo, you got a Drake feature." You like, bro, it must be Drake Bell, bro. I ain't working with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing is the whole reason this topic came to me was because we get it, right? Drake bad, Kendrick good. So they say, whatever. But when you go back and you really give context into like all this shit happening, when you add in the context that one side was manipulating view count to make it seem like they really were, like everybody was with them. You got to think about it. A lot of people don't think for themselves. A lot of people don't think critically. A lot of people are sheep-minded, hive-minded. So when they see everybody like supporting one side, you feel me? They have to reason, they have to kind of ration with themselves to see the other side. Like, what am I missing? I don't want to be on the wrong side of this. Whether they literally thinking that or not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's during the beef, right?
Yeah.
So
the obvious analogy. Okay, go for it. To me, the obvious analogy is the Jay-Z Nas beef, right? Because
I mean, yes and no.
Right.
For who they were in the rap game, yes, but it didn't play out the same in my opinion.
Yeah. It didn't well, okay. In this way, so Jay-Z, you could say he lost the battle, right? A lot of people say that Nas, if you look at Ether versus Takeover, you just look at everything, that Nas was out rapping Jay-Z. But that the fact that Jay-Z could still go out and have a black album, Jay-Z could still, what I'm saying, go out and have several more like, number one albums or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Still go on tour, sell out, still, what I'm saying, be relevant. It's almost like he even said it himself. It's like the battle just made me bigger, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if the same could be said for Drake.
Hold on. You know why you can't say that?
Yeah.
Because Nas wasn't calling Jay-Z a PDF file, bro. Like a PDF file is like the worst thing you can call somebody, true or false. Like that's like the worst thing a person can be.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is it probably would have hit a little bit harder, seeing as how people had these conspiracy theories that he was messing with Aaliyah, that he got with Beyonce when she was like a little, like maybe 17-ish, that he was with Foxy Brown at some point. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if You know what I'm saying? Nas really took that route. Maybe Jay-Z ain't as big as, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
that's 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So he done had time to rebrand and redo all this. From the hustler to the businessman to the icon or whatever you want to call it. Like,
Yeah.
but my whole point about this though was like this past week, Elon, who bought Twitter in the last couple years and rebranded it to X,
Yeah.
applied an update to the site that shows the accounts, the origin of accounts,
Mm-hmm.
and how many times they have name changes and all this. And a lot of the Twitter accounts that were pro Kendrick, pro TDE, pro culture were not even from America. They were in countries like India, Saudi Arabia. It was an account called High Power that I think was based in Japan.
Yeah.
They getting outed like, yeah, okay, we not black, but we still like hip hop, whatever. Follow for more updates or whatever. And it's like people just ain't really caring for real. And I'm just like, you had so much propaganda working against you, or or in Kendrick's case, like working for you, like music wise, bro. If we just take the songs, bro, that's not enough to take out Drake. Kendrick got the best of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they went on a whole smear campaign, bro. That's totally different, bro, than losing. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah.
saying he won the battle, but he didn't win it because he just didn't win it legit, like straight up. He had some underhand tactics, and he did win. You can't take the win away from him, but he did it dirty. He was real slimy. You feel me? Get down or lay down.
Yeah.
And I mean, for some people that's respectable, but my whole thing is, bro, ain't nobody stopped Kendrick from being the best.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody held Kendrick back at all. So for you to have to take Drake out to be the best, what does that say about you? And if you didn't really take him out, come on. Like, yeah, I'm sure it
But
was refreshing for Kendrick to have his moment most of the when people are claiming most of the rap game is ran by the women.
hmm.
And I don't believe that.
Ran by like the women artists.
Lotto,
Yeah.
Glorilla.
Yeah.
I mean, in the heat of the moment with all this Kendrick stuff, Doechii was being pushed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
do you understand what I'm saying though?
I do, man.
Like, I'm
That,
not saying because Kendrick was like one of my favorite artists when I first found Kendrick, but I kind of lost steam around To Pimp a Butterfly. But I just feel like Drake makes better music. Kendrick
yeah.
might be a better rapper, but I just feel like overall Drake makes better music. The music is more digestible. You don't have to think as hard. Most of the times the beats are better, the features are better. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying if there's anything wrong with
But
thinking hard, but I'm just saying you got to make it easier. Like, you got
yeah.
to make it digestible for the random person. If they have to go and find a lyrics website just to understand your music, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's bad or anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know,
No, I dig it. Like, because I don't have time for that. But it's also cool depending on who it is and like their delivery. If you find out like there's like a double entendre, right? Like,
yeah.
cause,
And
cause, cause we were sitting down listening to V's the other day and all them, and you know what I'm saying. And I wouldn't have picked any of that up.
yeah, I mean, I'm speaking for the average person. A lot of times, Kendrick bars, his triple, double, triple entendres, I can catch on the first time. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? But some people might have to listen a couple times to really catch it.
yeah,
But I mean, all in all, man, I really was just saying that the aftermath between this really, I ain't really mean to get into the whole beef again. It really was just really about where we at with it now. And I feel like I don't feel like rap is dead, but hip hop might be, you know what I'm saying, a thing of the past. It ain't like, a permanent thing. It can come back, but it's gonna take some real artists, you know what I'm saying, with real passion for hip hop, not just making money or a lifestyle, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Um, but to be honest, the fact that so many people were influenced by the propaganda and all this and that, and to the point where everybody's saying, "Oh, hip hop is dead, bro. Like, ain't nothing moving." And I think it was kind of like that before, but the fact that Drake is not really doing his thing, it kind of like really does feel kind of just whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like we just here. It don't feel like there's nobody at the top right now.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
we all like for years past, we knew Drake was at the top. I mean, even if he wasn't just directly in our face with it, we knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
now it's just like Drake ain't really been putting out nothing that just make him undisputed, and then the culture ain't really just asked him to come back or nothing. So it's just people just kind of just like, well, they just hanging around. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I really was more so.
So who's put out the best work this year, in your opinion?
See, I don't know because I ain't listening
Yeah,
to everybody. I don't listen to these people for real. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
uh,
I let whatever hot boil over and present itself, and then I go check it out. But
yeah,
outside of that, I just kind of just stumble upon, you know what I'm saying, new music.
yeah,
But when we came up with the title Drake versus Kendrick, who sits atop of the rap game, I was like, that's a good title because I want to talk about these bots, not only for streaming the music, not only for streaming the views on YouTube, but I like again for the culture propaganda of these people that's not even of the culture, that's literally not like us in more of a sense than Drake would be.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Y'all letting them, whether y'all knew it or not, bro. Y'all wilding, bro. Because what part of the culture is that? Like real talk though. What part of the culture is having Indians and all type of foreigners talk crazy about? Like, come on, bro.
but
If we really
but
keep it in the book though.
but see, that's the thing, because I could argue that that's exactly where Kendrick has really shown that he's taken over the game. Because if you look at like some of the concerts he had in Germany or like out in Europe and places like that, like
Hold
they
on,
look like raves. You know what I'm saying? Like they were
hold on,
really hype. You know what I'm saying?
hold on. Because it sounded like you were just trying to be like, well, shit,
He, I'm
maybe
saying
that may hold on. It
I'm
sounded
saying
like you trying to say that shit was legit because he got fans all over the world, bro.
I
That's not what
am.
I'm saying. Listen,
I
listen
yeah
though.
yeah
Listen. These people weren't just saying they were fans, bro. They were talking like they were Kendrick's homies. They were talking like they were in Compton, bro. They were talking like they were in Cali, bro. They were
yeah
talking like they was in the TDE camp, bro. They was talking like they were black, a part of the culture, like they were one of us, bro.
yeah.
That's like
But
listen, that's like you having the
yeah
the people Malcolm X is with. The people Malcolm X is with.
yeah.
Come on, tell me the name. Tell me who I'm thinking about.
Nation of Islam though.
No, no, the is that who Malcolm X was the leader of?
He wasn't the leader of them, but he was. one of the more prominent messengers.
I'm saying, what was the click, bro? The suits and all that. Like, I know, like, bro, what? Come on, bro. It's not the Nation of Islam, bro. What were the guys that was with Malcolm X?
That's what I thought it was.
But Panthers, the Black Panthers, bro. The Black Panthers, bro. That's like Kendrick being Malcolm X, bro, and he leading the Black Panthers, but he allowing people to come in and infiltrate the Black Panther organization just under the call, like that's not black.
Yeah.
And do like, come on, bro. Like, yeah. I don't see how nobody just cares about this, bro.
But see, that's the thing that where I cling to and go the other way and say that because of that, Kendrick still sits on top of the game. Because got all these people, all not only in the United States but in Europe and, like you said, Saudi.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. So you mean to tell me if Drake had niggas from Canada like doing the same thing, bro?
Yeah.
Niggas from other countries doing the same thing, bro. Like, bro, all right, bro. I ain't trying to have a conversation.
Nah, dude,
nah, bro. Because you trying to make it seem like it's cool, bro. And it's not cool, bro. You saying like, oh, that's cool because it just shows that he got fans everywhere. Nigga, no. That's not what it means, bro. Because you don't even know if them people are real fans. Them can be hired pawns from UMG, from TDE, bro. You don't even like. They just basically doing a duty. Like they just.
He started the wave stateside, and everybody else is like, you know what? This is hot.
You trolling me, bro. We can move on, bro.
All right, so we got a track for y'all. So, one of our friends from West Alabama has a track. His name is Toven. And so we're going to share that and, do a little review.
I listened to about 15, 20, 25 seconds of it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to see what the guys think, so.
All right.
I can't believe you said that, bro. I cannot believe your view on the bots thing, on the I cannot believe it. That's insane.
How, man? That shit makes sense to me.
It makes sense to me. Cool. It makes sense to me too. That don't mean that shit cool, bro. Yeah, I can hear it now.
Wait, who the fuck is Talby?
It ain't shit going on out here where I come from. Round with the chop, nigga, I'll put a hole in one. I can let a nigga kill him, I'm my own son. They don't wanna see a nigga fall like a Pokemon. And a nigga have a war like Gohan. We be really in the street like a Nissan. If you wanna take it far, we go beyond. I can wait for the day to say we won. These niggas be green like Notre Dame. If I ever get jammed, I don't know a thing. BTA by the bread like Pootie. What you do, come back like a boomerang. Jetting on the pain, nigga need Novocaine. I done seen more than one that too strange. Thinking this shit sweet, get it too fake. It'll go down bad like toothpaste. I ain't out here worried what a nigga say. If a nigga want smoke, I demonstrate. I push a nigga up to the heaven gates. And I'm married to the money when the wedding bay. Side of boats, can't D's, ain't no wedding cake. Hit a bitch from the back, she hyperventilate. Young niggas popping pills like didn't they? How you copying my moves on a sensei? FBI, open up! That ain't opportunity, knock at the door. I heard they hit and froze. These niggas go change on they bros. Nigga be tough for no reason, boy. I give you a beating, boy. These niggas hoes. Nigga be sent on that rich shit. That jet to look who give it time is exposed. Yeah, give me time and I'm ice on my wrist. I be sipping the walk in the tryst. Gotta keep these niggas out your mix. I'm a pimp at heart, I'll cut a bitch off if the relation ain't got benefits. Pass that bitch to my dog, I assist. Send a text to a shooter, he blitz. And I'm never calling the quits. Pop the shit in they face like a zit. On they ass by that back like a tick. Take a risk or you'll never be rich. Sipping turtle will never be sick. I been moving slow as a turtle. Tryna get to my back like a burglar. Play with the gang and them murder. Yeah. Stick came with a drone, that's a combo. I don't really go wrong, folks. Still let off at your round, though. Don't go tell me what your on the wave like it surfs up. We give me hit with your skirt up. Fuck all these niggas like word up. Like word.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah, I think so. Smooth track, man.
Hey, yeah, I was about to say that's pretty decent. That's a cool middle of the project track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if it's like I'll put that around. I'll put that around track 5. Like it depends on how many tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like 5, 9, or 12. I'll put that around somewhere like around there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
It's
not directly.
It's some good riding music, man.
Yeah.
Definitely some like start of the day, sipping some orange juice or some yak, depending on how you feeling. You know what I'm saying? Got some bars, you know what I'm saying? Got a nice warm feel to it. Yeah, I liked it.
I can see myself listening to it, like getting ready, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm putting on my clothes and shit, looking in the mirror, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My morning routine, about to head out. I can see myself riding to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can see myself maybe, you know what I'm saying, playing some 2K to it,
Yeah, chilling.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, man. I will say this though. The only parts I would work on or change about it would be not like the beat, but like maybe the production, like maybe the engineering, like maybe the mixing, I think is what I'm trying to say. And maybe to clean up like around the parts where the beat drop.
Yeah.
He just like dun 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 like
Man, y'all
around
have
that.
a real fine ear for that, man. Cause when I listen to it, it's like it sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's levels to shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you doing it just because you like to do it, you doing it because it's a hobby or whatever.
Yeah.
It's one thing. But if you really if you really got passion for it or whatever, you'll try to like make it even the smallest shit perfect. You know what I'm saying, or better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like the rough draft, or you know what I'm saying, or when you think it's done and you give like some people who can really edit it and really mix it and make it sound like a mainstream single or studio album project, that's like, you feel me, that's where it go from like good to great, or great to goated, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but
so like,
I guess it just depends if you want it to be mainstream or not,
let me ask you this though. That beat was kind of smooth, right?
Yeah.
That bit was kind of nice. You feel me? It was easy to vibe to, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we can agree on that, right? So who you think have a better verse on that, a better version of that track right there, Kendrick or Drake? Because it ain't no Cali song, and I ain't saying Kendrick gotta be on a Cali type beat. You know what I'm saying? Because we heard all this early shit that didn't really sound like Cali at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what you Kendrick or Drake right there? I feel like a Drake
pick somebody
feature.
else? I gotta pick one of them.
Nah, you gotta pick one of them. Because I feel like a Drake feature would put my nigga Toven on the map.
Cause that sounds like something that Devin the Dude could get on.
Hey man, all right, bro. Let's move on.
Nah,
all right, bro.
So of course Drake
could
get on that. You know what I'm saying? Because Drake from
Hold on,
everywhere,
time out.
bro.
Did you just say Devin the Dude can get on it? So of course
Hell
Drake.
Yeah. So of course Drake could get on that shit.
But not of course Kendrick though. That's crazy, bro. That ain't, do your thing Kendrick, though. That's your opinion. You know what I'm saying?
See, in terms of like what era of Kendrick I could see that. That's like Good Kid, Mad City. That's like that's like Section 80. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I feel like that's how
No.
Kendrick had to come. I feel like he had to come at it like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's the easy transition for Drake, man.
I just, bro, you like, do I not know you or something? Because I
Huh?
could have sworn I knew you before we was having this conversation, bro.
What? Because I said Devin the dude?
Yeah, that's some wild shit, bro. I listened to Kane talk for like, hold up, man, like 80 minutes. You feel me? Y'all niggas didn't even ask how I felt on any of these fucking topics. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I just thought you were chilling, man.
Niggas talk this long, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing to speak about basketball. You feel me? The
Yeah,
fuck, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to Toven though, man.
Hey, man, shout out to Toven, man. Y'all go fuck with Toven.
Yes, sir.
We used to rap together, man, when we was like younger, when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? We had a homeboy named Shenard. That was Lil Sean brother. He used to sneak us into the studio, man. We made our little hood hits. You feel me? That may have seen Facebook, but outside of that, they in the vault. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Ant. You know what I'm saying? Do it for $1. You know, me, Toven, and Ant was on that. Well, no, actually, Toven and Ant was on that. I went on that. but
Yeah,
but yeah, man. You know, I just felt like it'd be kind of cool to give like local or just artists period like a little platform. You know,
for sure. He put on, man. But
facts.
so speaking of local, man, so we got a few headlines going on politics wise. So I got this short video want to share.
I ain't
It
gonna
talks
lie though.
about
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. when 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 you kind of just like phase through topic one or headline one right into headline two. So when you did that without even being like, all right, we're gonna go to the next topic, you kind of just skipped right into that. I thought in my head, I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened to Cloudy, to the OG?
Nah, you
Like,
a whole hour, nigga.
hey, I didn't move on to the next topic, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't move on to the next topic. And
so
when you
we
ain't say nothing and he ain't say nothing about you, I was just like, oh, he must just be chilling. He must just want to listen.
yeah.
But I do want to hear yo, like, I would like to hear like your side of things, bro. But we can wait till the end for like a summary, bro. You feel me? You can just get all your shit off at once if you want to do it like that.
Nah, man, I just speak on the future topics, man. Called upon, man. I just don't be
I'm
wanting to.
saying, nah, bro, like this is you. This your bag right here. Music and sports. We need you here. Cause I ain't even like the next couple topics might be strictly T informing us. I don't know how much you know, but I mean, I'm kind of, I ain't too proud to say, you feel me? I'm kind of ignorant on certain, you
Yeah,
feel me?
nah, man. Nah. We'll just I just speak on the shit next time, man. I ain't know if you just felt like you needed to go on some monologues. You feel me? But I thought I was stepping up for some dialogues. I know sometimes niggas get a little bit more long-winded on certain shit than others, but man, me personally, bruh, hold up. Let me let the facets flow. Me personally, son, you know what I mean? If I ever talk for 40 minutes, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas get the Jesus Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? We get back up in these clouds.
All right. So we got some local politics. So Doug Jones enters the governor's race here in Alabama. AJ McCarron, the former quarterback for Alabama, running for lieutenant governor. So I got the short video on Instagram. Just want to see what y'all think about it.
You gonna share it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, where you gonna share it?
Yeah. All right. Y'all see it?
Let me see. Okay, yeah.
All right. Gonna go live.
Politics. The Alabama-Auburn rivalry used to be an opportunity for us to hate on each other in a way that didn't have anything to do with politics. But somebody had to go and mess it up. First, Tommy Tuberville became a U.S. Senator, and he says that being governor is just like being a coach, and he wants us to think that he's good at one thing even though he wasn't good enough at the other. And it seems to be working. So well, in fact, that former Alabama quarterback A.J. McCarron wants to get in on the action too. He's running for lieutenant governor despite never having voted. He registered to vote just 3 days before he announced he would like to run for office. His whole platform so far is that he didn't make it in the NFL and now he needs a job. And Paul Feinbaum has said he might run for U.S. Senate too, because why the heck not? If you think this is messed up, well, yeah, you're not wrong. But it's important to understand how it got this way. The kindergarten of Alabama politics used to be something called the Machine at the University of Alabama, a sort of skull and bones with a southern accent. This is where one went to become a career politician. But Alabamians say they don't want career politicians anymore. They never did. Who else does that leave? These guys. Which is why if you ask an Alabamian who can save the state from Tommy Tuberville, they'll likely say, this guy. No, not him, that one. Because our system is broken and then it's too expensive and too exhausting, not just for regular people to take part, but for CEOs, civic leaders, or even big city mayors to catch up. Because celebrity fame trumps all else. And in Alabama, that means football. So roll Tide or War Eagle. And if your guys don't win this week, well, they might be winning elections one day soon.
Sheesh.
In Alabama, we don't politicize.
He just let a whole chopper sing, bro.
Bro.
I'm talking about like with endless like ammo, bro.
Yeah, for real. Like the giant 50 cal giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they
like
put on the trucks.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know how hard that'd be if they just threw that Future and Kendrick like that beat behind him saying all that.
I ain't gonna lie. Out of all the hardest gangs out there, bro, the Republican Party right now, they banging harder than any gang or cartel. For real. The Republican Party, bro. But out of all the people that nigga just named, though, bro, like, out of all them people, though, man, the one person that I could, like, say, all right, now that one, he might be all right, is AJ McCarron, because I know at least from playing football at Alabama, he got some black friends that have been at his house. Now, the other ones, I don't know. Now, maybe Tommy Tuberville done been to some black people houses for like recruiting and shit.
Yeah.
But he still comes across as like, I ain't gonna say this because the nigga gonna say I'm tripping again. But look, man, I'm just but all right, how you feel, Keith?
Y'all talking about me?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so I don't know who some of those people were. I know AJ McCarron. I know Paul Feinbaum, right?
Yeah.
I understand enough of the sentiment he was trying to get across.
Paul
I
Feinbaum.
think, I think that whoever is best for the job, no matter their background, they should get the position.
What does that mean?
Now, I didn't say they should get it above. Like, I'm just saying, whoever's the best. If you got some politicians who've been in this got 15 years in the game, skin in the game, and ain't nobody trying to you feel me, let them rock out and have a chance to do whatever. Like, at the end of the day, I mean, but at the same time, stuff can be manipulated
Yeah,
too. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I was gonna say, if the people elect these people, because first of all, most people are not smart. Actually, I don't know. I think I had a point, but I think I'm speaking against it. Actually, I don't know.
I see where you're going,
I'm just
but
saying, man. I'm like,
people are smart in different ways.
I don't subscribe to the whole right message, wrong messenger thing. If
Yeah,
they telling you right, right is right, bro.
Yeah, fact.
So you feel
Do
me?
you
Like,
do not do you guys believe, because I was just stating that as far as like being somebody who could be somebody as a mediator of all this high tension between the races. You know what I'm saying? I forgot all about Paul Feinbaum. But
yeah,
my thing is, he is definitely right. He's definitely right. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But at the same time, though, do you want to hear somebody who's built a career on being a racist lexicon, all that type of shit? Do you want that same person now being like a civil rights activist?
No,
no,
You don't want that
no.
person to be at the front of that shit. You might want that person to be part of the reform though, but you might not want, like, for example, do you want Marjorie Taylor Greene now being one of the people for civil rights reform and all that shit when she was just one of the heads of MAGA? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these people were, you know what I'm saying, like spokespeople for MAGA, bro. Like Tommy Tuberville, bro. Like, what the hell, bro? Now, like,
hey,
come on, man. We
hey,
need to
look though.
go away from that. That's what I'm like.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And I mean, this is my fault for not being engaged in politics and stuff like that and racial stuff and all that. Because I always just feel like a lot of that shit was just really nonsense, bro. Not nonsense, it don't matter, but I got bigger problems in my personal life than people being racist or who running this shit. Because in my head, you feel me? Whoever running this shit is being still gonna be controlled by somebody above all that, in a sense. Like, it don't matter who is the president. You get what I'm saying? Like, whoever really run the world is gonna be in control, and they still gonna make the world. You know what I'm saying? They still
Yeah,
gonna go for their desired outcomes, whether it's a Democrat or a Republican. So
Man,
I ain't never put too much stock into, and I could be wrong. That just could be an ignorant point of view. And if it is,
no, it's
I can
not.
take the constructive criticism. But
bro,
I never understood what made MAGA so bad. Like, I
look.
get, like, all, because I mean, it was just a hat to me. Okay, so people wearing a hat, like, people used to have the other flag that was showing racism and stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I'm not saying it's good or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, like, I just didn't get the outrage, because I've heard y'all say something about MAGA before, and I couldn't really speak to it, and I couldn't really even think about it for real, because I don't know where the negative connotations from MAGA stem from. So I was just gonna ask y'all, could y'all kind of hit me? You get what I'm saying? And kind of explain to me why MAGA is a bad thing. Because, like I said, I never got into it. I don't know what it means. I just knew certain people were promoting it, so it made it a bad thing. But I didn't know nothing about the certain people. I just knew they were on the opposite end of what most black people were saying. So I just kind of thought of it like, I guess it's a bad thing, but I didn't know why. So can
So,
somebody or
so
one of y'all explain it
my
to me?
short before before Cloud goes, my short thing is just that MAGA sometimes do not make it possible for anybody else to win. And one of the big things here in Alabama is that for a lot of the big offices, really for a lot of the offices in general, only one party wins. And I just feel like two parties should be able to win. And so one big thing is them just, kind of rigging the competition in some senses.
Yeah.
What do you mean two parties should win? If it's an election,
or more parties
only one
should
party
win.
wins.
Just whoever whichever party, just a chance for more parties to win, not just one party. You just continually having one party in power over and over again in a state where the governors from that party, the lieutenant governors from that party, the senators are from that party, all the Congress people, what I'm saying, even the mayors. Like, I just feel like you should be in a place where both parties should be able to win.
Hold on, just so we don't even get too far ahead, man. A lot of times, like, just period, man. People go on for so long and they say so much.
Yeah.
People can't respond to it. That's what I was going off on about the monologues, man. Because a lot gets said and people want to respond and have some dialogue to what you said, but they can't remember everything you said. You know what I'm saying? MAGA's more than just a hat. For one, like it's a whole lifestyle. And, sometimes like it's not an ignorant way of thinking, because a lot of times shit might not affect like your life, like your everyday life, but that's why there's all, I don't want to be too complex, but there are levels to thinking, you know what I'm saying? And in the very basic, and you can be mature, very, very mature. Like Kane, you could be more mature than me, and I could still have a higher level of thinking than you. You see what I'm saying? Because I could understand how MAGA can affect people in all different types of cultures and everything like that. But I can still not be a nigga who could take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could still be very immature, and you could, on the other hand, be very mature in different types of situations, but not understand, be able to, you know what I'm saying? So like, hell nah, you're not ignorant to that, bro. You just might not be informed on MAGA and shit like that. So don't even downplay yourself. So that's on that. But MAGA, bro, what Tombo was saying is like this, and that's a thing that really pisses me off, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like MAGA has done a lot of sneaky things, bro, and people don't understand the way the political system works in its entirety. So they might not think that something affects them when it really does. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to, even if MAGA wins an election, even if they do fairly or whatnot, it's still supposed to be a competition. The competition is supposed to be fair. Even if a area is primarily Republican or whatnot, they don't need to gerrymander that area. And that's what they're doing in a lot of red states. They're trying to gerrymander areas so that there's not a chance that Black people can have somebody to represent an area. And that right there in itself is illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're putting white people to represent Black populations, people that don't even aren't even their what's the word I'm looking for, Tom?
Not even their like constituents, or
not even their constituents, but I'm looking for a layman term. Like white, like if you have a white politician to represent you, Kane, on the South Side, they're not going to have your best interest in at heart, at 9 times out of 10, if they didn't grow up like you, if they're not from your community, etc. And that's what they're doing a lot. And a lot of times in these situations, the money's mismanaged, and in turns the facilities, the infrastructure, it gets developed at a slower pace than the areas where these politicians reside at. Well, you know what I'm saying? Where they're actually representing. You see what I'm saying? And that's the game that MAGA is playing. And they're gonna continue to play this. They're putting people in offices that have other interests at heart. You see what I'm saying? When you put somebody like AJ McCarron in office, in a high political office, when he doesn't have any prior knowledge of what it means to hold that political office, he's never held any, like, before you're a police chief, nigga, don't you have to be a sergeant and all that? You just don't come in and become the police chief. You have to have been an investigator, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Like, you just don't come in and be the chief, but you're gonna come in and just give this person a governor's position, or a Senate position, and they've had no type of, and that's a lot of times what they're doing, and they're just the face because they're representing somebody else that has,
Yeah.
And a lot of these things are built on race, man. And that's the sad part about it, man. And I'm sorry, I'm going off the deep end, bro. I'm doing
just legit.
I'm just trying to answer that, man. It's like bigger than a hat. And on top of that, when that at its very core is built on KKK lexicon, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? When it's built on KKK lexicon, people who look like you 50 years plus ago, bruh, lost their lives and everything, bruh, fighting against slogans like that, bruh. Because, like, you have to, it's not just words, bruh. What do these words mean? What's the meaning behind this, bruh? So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The funniest shit to me is, like, when a person of color wears a MAGA hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, them people look at you like you're the dumbest shit ever, bro. What are you even doing here? We're not even for you. We don't represent you. MAGA is not a representation of anything that looks like us. All of their policies and everything like that aren't to put you in power. The black men that look like us, look at their wives. None of them look like our moms, bro. None of them. Any of the black senators, any of the black representatives who are in MAGA, none of their wives are black, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have black daughters. Do they care black women? Come on, man. Do they really care about black men? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's MAGA, and the military, using the military in a new way, putting National Guard in urban cities, and predominantly Latino and Black areas, and being willing to use the federal military to, deport people and, send people to jail.
Bro, exactly. Look at the symbolism. Look at the symbolism that MAGA is using. All right.
Yeah.
That when you see a black man, it's not a strong black man. The imagery that they're using, it's never that. It's somebody who's speaking out about the black community in a negative aspect. Even Candace Owens. Look at all the black creators, spokespeople for MAGA, bro. They're
Yeah.
They're the people saying stuff about black people that white people can't say because it's not politically correct, because we call them what it is, racist. Because when they do say it, we call them racist. That's what the black people in MAGA right now are being used for, bro. And that's why I get so pissed off about it, bro. Because like, look at lately what they had Nicki Minaj do, bro, for about Nigeria, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nicki Minaj in herself, people don't know is like an illegal immigrant, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. All right, so a little bit more on that. So internationally, MAGA's policies or, the Trump White House policies are taking hold in several different countries across Africa. You've had just rest in peace to the soldiers that lost their lives recently here in the United States. But in the aftermath of that, there's been a lot of scrutiny for people who are here, who've come here and have been given like immigration status, and that's included a lot of nations in Africa. We have a lengthy list of nations here up at the top of the screen. It includes, places like the Republic of Congo, but it also includes places like Haiti, in the Caribbean, and I think other places in like the Middle East. And then like what Cloudy was talking about, Nigeria has even faced critique from, you know, from MAGA over the treatment of Christian citizens, and notably Nicki Minaj has weighed in on that. And even with South Africa has gone back and forth with the White House over several issues. Like they even like paused. I want to say immigration for most South Africans, but they allowed for some white South Africans to come into the United States within the last few months, and so the Trump administration recently said that South Africa is not going to be invited to this international summit next year, known as the G20. You know, and that's major because G20, that's all the rich nations in the world, and I want to say South Africa might be the only African nation in that 20 nation. And so all that's going on there too, and just showing MAGA's kind of had like just an effect on the Black diaspora across the world.
Well, I'll lead off because Kane led off on a lot of the earlier topics, man. I appreciate it. But let me ask, do you consider yourself a Christian
I
or
do.
Muslim? All right. What about you, Samir?
Nah,
Nah, you Christian or Muslim? Or
Muslim.
Muslim? All right. Nah. you- All right. So I think there's I think a lot of this still has to do with the crusades that are going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Holy Crusades. I don't think they ever stop, bro. You know? Um, and it's been talked about. I believe, you know, um,
Yes.
it's for one, population control, trying to get a hold of the demographics, but they also got to play politics about the resources, and access to them as well. You know what I mean? So, you know, that game's being played as well. But and rest in peace to the National Guard member that recently lost their life. Especially, man, it's not gonna make it any better,
Yeah.
you know. But
Mm-hmm.
the craziest thing to me though is that um, um, you know, a lot of blue states were targeted. You know, a lot of Latinos from blue states were targeted, and not like Texas being hit hard. You know, and it's like things like that. You know,
Yeah.
that was one thing that really bothered me with that. But you know, one thing you can say though, speaking for MAGA, is that, and this is probably the reason why Donald Trump's had a lot of the staying power he has, is
Yeah.
because he stood on that. Like, I told you I was gonna do this, and I did it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But one thing people also have to keep in mind is that the reason why he could do a lot of those things is because he stacked the box in his favor, and he went against why this country is so good. He did it through, what do they say when something's not totally illegal, but it's not right?
Like gray area.
Oh, but it's not illegal.
Yeah. It's like gray
Unlawful,
area. Huh?
unlawful, he, unlawful, right?
Yeah.
He did a lot of unlawful shit. You know what I'm saying? Stacking the box and shit like that. Like how the Supreme Court is stacked. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
simple fact that he's a criminal, fam. He's a criminal and got elected, bruh. You know? Well, go ahead and speak, fam. I heard you.
No, I'm listening.
Nah, that, bro. You know, that simple fact that he did that. There's a lot of charisma in how he's going about doing his thing. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of charisma, man. You know, something that the game's been missing. You know, he came through with the Wheezy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like on the dedication
Yeah.
series, what the game was been missing, bro, and he's standing on it, you know, because like, you know, the old school politician niggas got tired of it, bro. That's why
Hmm.
simple fact that like motherfuckers talking about Paul Feinbaum and AJ McCarron and all that
Yeah.
representing Alabama, bro. For real, Alabama been so used to being in the middle or in the back of the pack, bro. That might be the new wave, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's a whole different fleet of a whole different look of politicians, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
but go
real.
ahead. I mean, how y'all feel about it, man?
That's just
Appreciate y'all
it's
letting me.
just it's just wild, man. Just there's all this stuff going on. Just I don't know. Eh, what can we do?
I mean, I don't know what to say, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely thinking, you know, I'm definitely thinking, but this is
Yeah.
like a lot. I didn't like, I don't know what I was doing in 2000. Like, I know I was in Cali in 2015. 2016 was a crazy year, it seemed like for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't even really paying attention to nothing that was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as politics, that's always been like, kind of the
Yeah.
least of my
Interest.
interests.
Yeah, but tell me this though, and leave that graphic up, T. Hey, when you were out, where? All right, so I make such the biggest fuss about racism, and maybe I'll leave it for a later date. But yes or no, have you guys ever experienced racism here in Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, um, has it been the type of racism that'll make you fear for your life? Let's start there.
No.
What about you, T?
Potentially, but not You know what I'm
Like
saying?
at that immediate instant, was it that type of racism?
Somewhat.
What about you, Kane?
No.
All right, nah. But
I
it
wouldn't.
could have been perceived that way, but nah.
Yeah, yeah, it could have been perceived for me, but nah.
All right. What about outside of the state though? Have you Tia Kane?
I can't recall out. Well, uh,
Especially when you went to Cali, Kane, Atamba.
yeah, when I was in NC for school, I mean, you just encounter people who might. It was just more like people might not want to fuck with you type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was just a good mix of those types of people versus like, you know what I'm saying, other people who would fuck with me.
Nah. If I did, I just didn't realize it. I was oblivious to it.
Mm.
But nothing life threatening ever. I don't think. Unless
Um,
we talking police, maybe. But I wouldn't say it was like racism. It was just,
where when we talking police, was that outside of your home state?
nah, probably in Alabama.
Now, that racism that you experienced the most from, was it the police? Okay.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Was it
It'll be
in
it'll be like, you know what I'm saying? It'll be like I order some food from this bar called Oasis.
oh, I
And
thought you
you know
were
what I'm
gonna say
saying?
Innisfree. Yeah, Oasis out there in Cottondale, but they say they got the best burgers.
They do got the best burgers, and that's the only reason like I still go there. But you know what I'm saying? They might take like everybody orders before mine, like the people that's like dining in. Like I might walk in and they might literally make sure everybody in the bar is straight, whether they at the bar, at the tables, wherever, before they finally be like, now what how can I help you?
Hey, you
And then you
know,
be like, well, I'm here to pick up this order. Then, you know what I'm saying, they give you your order and they like, you know what I'm saying? Like your shit cold now or something like
hey,
that. Or
you
I
know who
don't know.
like that? Nah, you ain't tripping. That's like Innisfree. And
Mm-hmm.
I used to do Uber Eats, and the funny shit is same shit, bruh. I used to be up there to pick up orders and shit, and I used to hate going to Innisfree, but the orders are tip good. So I'll be up there. Innisfree is an Irish pub for the people that don't know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, more like
Mhm.
Innisfree, University Boulevard. Yeah, big up to the place in. Man, so I used to go up there, bruh. Man, they'd do me like Kane was just talking about it, the Oasis, bruh. Go check up on everybody, and I'm at the pickup order line, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bruh. 9 times out of 10, bruh, I'd be picking up an order for a Caucasian person. So I'd be tripping on it like you gonna keep this person's order waiting, bruh, like, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't even mine. But I had went to the Oasis, bruh, and I never went in because I saw it was like a lot of white people there, and I didn't know if I was at the wrong place. But they said,
And look though, and it's crazy because it ain't even just like white people that be there. You might go there one night and it ain't nothing but Harley Davidsons out
"Well, it was a black."
there. No cap. You know who else be giving me racist vibes? Edgar's in Northport.
Edgar's in Northport.
Yeah.
That sounds like a place
You
Tia
know,
go
yeah, yeah, I could see that, but
probably go there
it,
for
she
chocolate
was.
milk.
It was just like just distant vibes when I got there.
Where?
Edgar's,
Oh, you
like
went there before? I
I went
told
there
you.
with Kane, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, well, they used to be the spot, but they was tripping sometimes. Like just attitudes. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted a slice of I'm sorry, Martin. I just wanted a frosty.
Y'all niggas weird, man. Y'all like OG, man. That nigga went to Mississippi to get 2 slices of pizza from this gas station. Lottery ticket. Say, yeah, I gotta do that shit every weekend, fam. I really be going for the pizza. I just get the lottery ticket just cause you feel me. Like now,
That's
I don't
because why
feel
not?
different. That's the last shit I'm going to a state with the history of like Mississippi for. Uh huh. Hey, let's
Yo, I was
positively
scared as hell when we first went to Mississippi.
yeah,
First
yeah.
time.
Mom knew what time it was, bro. And then pop stop for directions and shit. Niggas just saw Mississippi burning like 2 weeks before that shit.
I was scared as fuck.
Talking about taking back shit. Pop was a real African. Talk about.
Nah, it be stuff like that, like the dominoes right there before you cross the train tracks to the university. Racist vibe.
Where?
The Papa John's right there across from Checkers, like right there, almost like at the train tracks right there.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Where,
yeah, 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 yeah. They original Papa John vibes for real. Before
yeah,
Oh
for sure.
yeah, over there.
they got Shaq.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. But no cap, bro. I can't even. Hell nah, bro. Look, man. When I order from this motherfucker, bro, I say my name is like Caleb Scogan or some shit like that.
No, fool. Let me
I
tell you,
use
when
my
I
real
order,
name, dog.
listen, when I order Oasis, I call and talk like a redneck old man ordering food for his wife. Swear to God.
Be like, hey,
Swear to God. When I call Oasis, I swear to God, that's how I place my order.
be like, hey, damn, Sid. Oh, hey, oh yeah. Can I get a duck? Yeah. Hell nah. Hey, yeah, Brett. Hey, can you put my shovel in the car? I can't even do it. Nigga already know I'm fucking up.
Man, it's crazy that you got to do shit like that just to get like some good service.
Oh, that's what time it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, T, let me see that graphic again because I seen Burundi. Hey, no cap. No cap, bro. Burundi. Let me just tell you some shit, bro. Because look, let's just say there's some good MAGAs out there. And how do you refer to people in MAGA? Do you call them MAGAs? Do you call them maggots? Do you call
I
them
call them
of
people.
MAGA?
Like, I don't know. I ain't never thought of it like that. I ain't
Because
never tried to.
they a cult now, bro. Because look, man, when you
They're a cult.
yeah, bro, because when you in America, bro, a place of many races, and your leader's a racist and a grapist, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Been accused of grapes, growing grapes. So, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta be AdSense safe. But yeah, bro, like, so I'm just saying they're
Hey,
like,
hey, speaking of that though, I'm sorry, not to cut you off.
no, go ahead, go
Like,
ahead.
I like am I tripping or did he really say something about like grab her by the pussy? Did he really say that? Because I
Said
remember
grab
that being
her.
a joke. I remember that being a joke, but did he really say that? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
look, and this is what's crazy, bro. This is another thing that's crazy about the MAGA clan, bro. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of times, bro, the only defense that they have for a lot of shit that Trump has done is, oh, Trump said he didn't do it. You hear me?
Yeah.
Somebody who's been caught red-handed with their hand in the cookie jar, bro. Like the stuff he said about soldiers being losers, they have said that that's
What?
been debunked. Yeah, the dead soldiers. Like he didn't want to go into like a memorial for them because he said he didn't want to go in there with those losers, referring to the fallen soldiers. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And this report was confirmed by a 4-star general who heard him say it. And think about that. That's a member of our armed forces. And I made not me. I saw a post actually, where they were like, remember MAGA, you know what I'm saying? Or remember fallen soldiers. MAGA thinks of you as losers or something of that sort. And so many right-wing veterans took offense to that. But and they were coming to the offense of Trump, saying Trump didn't say that. But the only person saying Trump or saying Trump didn't say that is Trump.
Cartoonish.
But they have a member like a general saying Trump said that, bro. But still, they ain't taking his word. Like that's some very admirable shit, though, bro. Like for real, bro. Because if you like, do you know how it feels to have to for somebody to really have your back, bro? Ride or die, bro. Do you know how that feels like, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is an amazing feeling, bro. And
Yeah, you feel powerful, bro. You
the
feel damn near
Republican
invincible.
Party is that, bro. Like the Democrats, they'll shit on each other, bro. You see how they did Biden, fam?
Yeah, they got him out of there.
Biden probably would have beat Trump this election, bro. Biden lost. His son went to Iraq and shit. Damn near lost his life because he got that what's it called, glioblastoma or something like that from breathing in the plastics.
Talking about the chemicals.
Yeah, like Biden really lost the son like that, bro. But even veterans and everything, they shit on him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm crazy.
But like, don't get me wrong now. Like Biden did some questionable stuff, bro. Some questionable stuff too, bro. That should be called out, but he's not the current president. But I was bringing that up, bro, about the racism and stuff like that. I don't see that graphic.
Running it back.
Oh yeah, I was bringing that up, man, because like I've stepped outside the country and experienced that, and sometimes, man, with a lot of stuff that goes on in the country, sometimes it'll seem like this is the only place where like all this extreme racism and stuff goes on. But hell, bro, like you could easily go to YouTube, you could go to Google, you could read articles and everything on what's going on in a lot of these places, man, and stuff like that to see what's scaring these people, man, because a lot of these countries are still war torn, especially the ones in the Sahel region or in the Great Lake region, like Burundi, Burundi, yeah, they're right there by Rwanda and all of them, bro. They're gonna be just like the Middle East,
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why Sierra Leone right now would be scrutinized right now by the Trump administration, other than the fact that they have that Kush epidemic going on right now. But that's something that's specific to Sierra Leone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they aren't trying to export that to America, not that I know of. Like America has a bigger problem with fentanyl coming across the Mexican border than, Kush coming from Sierra Leone.
Yeah. Hit me because
Kush is like,
because I thought that was from like Afghanistan.
No, Kush isn't, it's not like the weed Kush. It's like synthetic weed that they put like human bones in, and it's a lot of other stuff like formaldehyde and embalming is formaldehyde. I don't know if formaldehyde is in embalming or embalming fluid or not, but it's a lot of that in there. And every cook of Kush, because they have different cooks, has their own mix. It's just like that mojo. It's almost like that mojo here. You see? But the aftermath of that Kush in Sierra Leone, it's leaving holes in people's bodies.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, man, you guys do yourself an educational favor and watch, even 10 minutes of that of something on that Kush epidemic. It's been going on now for about 10 years. But
That's
countries
crazy.
like Eritrea, Libya, anything in North or Middle Africa is gonna particularly troubled the Trump administration. I could see that because of the ISIS influence,
Yeah.
but I don't see that with Sierra Leone. But everything
No.
through the Sahara, is like has heavy Islamic influence right now. You
Mm-hmm.
know, heavy, and they've even started to get into Nigeria with the Boko Haram and everything.
Yeah.
So that could be why Nicki Minaj weighed in. But
Yeah.
the thing you have to also understand is there's no clear control over all of Nigeria's oil. And that's something right now that um, not only Britain, but the US have been trying to get their hands on. BP used to export shitloads of oil out of Nigeria. And that's why the Islamic State is fighting over Nigeria, because there's a lot of oil, as well as other stuff going on in Nigeria. But that's the black gold, oil. And
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria is one of the top 10 exporters of that in the world.
Crazy.
And
A lot of stuff going on, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot right now. Can't lie.
Yeah. But it seems like I'm not gonna say it seems like it's okay whenever like Muslims get persecuted, but they definitely jump up more when Christians get persecuted anywhere. That's not fair to me.
Yeah. And
Persecuted, like on like what you mean? Persecuted for what? What they begin
just
persecuted for?
just just for having their religion, and I guess in some of these countries they might have like an official religion, and if it goes one way, you'll see like other if you're like say like you got a country that's like officially Christian,
Yeah.
everybody who's not might get persecuted. But
yeah,
if like a country's officially like Muslim, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, and
And
they they take it out on the others different ways,
yeah,
um, violent and non-violent. Um, Kane, man, the violent ways, man, there's stuff that you would just attribute to maybe what was done to slaves during, the 1700s, the type of things that is are done during these type of things. But these go on in the Middle East and Europe. These are casualties of war, but they happen. Like, for example, in what's one of the latest what is it? Was it Uganda or was it Kenya or
you were telling me it was Uganda, I think.
I don't know if it was Uganda recently or
Was it?
uh, or Kenya or Sudan.
I don't even know if we're
I
talking about
think
the same thing.
I think no,
Yeah.
recently I want to say it was Sudan, bro. Um man, they had a massacre, bro. I'm talking about massacre, like they were just going house to house, killing people, bro. You know, and this is what happens. But these type of back and forth skirmishes have been going on for centuries. You know, like, people, that's how they convert people, you know. That's how they've converted people throughout the centuries, by either enslaving them, by raping the women, killing off the men. They've used all different type of tactics, and these type of things are still going on. So when we talk about persecution, man, like it's not only like they might castrate all the males, they might like forcibly make you convert. They might take your land and put you in concentration camps. You know what I'm saying? All of your history, all of your possessions, they confiscate that when they bombard your township. They'll burn everything to the ground. The sexual violence, the it's not genocide when it's like violence on a certain race, but what is done to women in a lot of these religious type skirmishes, bro. What is done to women, like what the Christians do to the Islamic women, or what the Islamic women, I mean, what the Muslims do to the Christian women, bro. Like, man, like I'm talking about like the mutilation of private parts, bro. Like, man, it doesn't get talked
Sick.
about enough. But when
Sick.
you, at the end of the day, when you find out that a lot of this is done at the hands or at the orders of a Western country, or like a Middle Eastern country, man, you know?
Yeah. It's,
So,
wow.
so that, and see, like, one thing that really has to be in our minds, especially those of us who are like historically literate, is that like you see this happening in Africa, and then you'll be in Brazil, you'll be a black person in Brazil, or a black person in the UK, or a black person in America, and think something over there, like think your situation is different because you're where you're at, but they're black people suffering over there where they're from, bro. You know what I'm saying? You with the last name Johnson, you with the last name Smith. That's not your last name, bro. You know what I mean? It's just the name you've accepted, bro. You know? Like facts. Like niggas have let social media like take his story so many different ways, bro. Like the chaos is right. Like you see the chaos that he's caused, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, it could very well be true that blacks were already here, but where did they come from if the first person was black and he was from Africa, bro? Like,
Mm.
so like niggas is related, bro, and it's just like, man, we've let them like cause this chaos to where it just doesn't seem like any type of order that our previous ancestors, like my pops and all this type of um organization amongst our community and stuff that they were trying to build and everything is just like going out the door, bruh. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All these like relationships that they were building and stuff, like it just, where is that when we got blacks doing like the dirty work for whites and shit, bro? Like for example, man, and this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about, bro. You know, Burkina Faso, bro. They have a leader named Ibrahim Traore. He was labeled a terrorist by the United States. This is a
Wow.
man who is trying to get Africa to unite, to dispel the jihadists like ISIS and all of them from his country. You know, America doesn't like ISIS. He doesn't like ISIS. He doesn't want them in it. What country would want ISIS in their country, bro? But he wants to be in control. He wants Africans to control their own land, not these Western countries and stuff like that. He wants black people everywhere to be free and, you know, from bondage. Most people don't even know that slavery still exists. Like, it officially stopped in Mauritania like 5 years ago, but that shit still goes on because, hey, you in Alabama, Mississippi, go to a gas station and ask that African where he from. Well, that's it for another discussion, bro. But you know, like, come on, man. They've labeled that man a terrorist, and who did America get to label him a terrorist? A black general, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got a man to do their dirty work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why would America label a man, you know, who wants Africans to own their own land a terrorist, bro?
Crazy.
But I'm just saying, man. So a lot of this shit is deeper than rap, bro. Like so it's like we don't want you to own our resources and stuff like that. We want to own our own resources, so you label us terrorists. So you're gonna take action on a lot of our citizens who've come to your country to legally do work. You know, I'm not with that, and that's an angle I also believe that exists, and I'll get out with that. You know.
Shoot. Any last thoughts on any of this?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that is crazy. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Real. Just second everything Cloud just said, man.
My bad, bro. I do have a second take, bro. No. That song that Toven had, bro, when he switched octave, I don't know if that was the second verse, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit was tight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nigga dropped punchlines. I looking at the notes. Nigga dropped his punchlines. Everything was on point, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga didn't have no hook. He just dropped bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only con, bro. Like, what was the track name? Untitled, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But definitely seems like he has fun with hip hop, bro. And that shit right there, it's like that right there lets people like hip hop heads know that this shit still exists, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like every now and then artists will come out, man, and you'll be like, God damn, bro, this shit, this thing of ours is gone. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, this shit it's still in good hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, on that, bro. And then like who I second everything y'all said on the Kendrick and everything, bro. Just, you know, I just feel like I ain't gonna do that because you kind of pissed Caden off on that. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as Devin the dude on Toven's track, that's a no-go, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Tovens was talking about blammers and everything, bro. Devin the dude is just on some burning, getting, you know what I'm saying? Bliss type shit, bro. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Toven hit a lot of different places, you know what I'm saying, on that track. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so yeah, bro. You know?
Legit.
Yeah.
What we got next?
Editorials, man.
I didn't see what was
That's why I did that, because it was right. You know what I mean?
I didn't see what was under editorials this week.
It's anything, man.
It was like just a free topic.
You want the folks to know, man.
All right, so how y'all Thanksgiving went?
And plus,
Shit was chill, man. Had some good food.
So
uh,
like, so who cooked for y'all?
my mom,
Yeah.
cooked, and then my girl's mom cooked. What about your wife?
I mean, my grandma cooked. I helped out a little bit, and then I went to my other families get together in Birmingham, and they cook. So I've been eating all weekend.
Yeah, a lot of leftovers.
Nah, not a lot, but
Uh,
it was some leftovers. And I had gave T some. He said he didn't even eat it.
what
Fridge
you got?
stacked, man. Just got a whole bunch of shit to eat,
I
man.
don't understand, bro. Like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got croissant witches in that joint.
Yeah, I
You
wake
know?
up to croissant with.
Croissant. You know what I mean? Salmon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna make me a
Yeah,
turkey sandwich. I'm gonna make me a turkey sandwich before the night over with.
hey, yo, I'm listening on the radio, man. Niggas said they ought to retire turkeys as like a Thanksgiving like meat. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not really all that. How do y'all feel
Hold
about
on.
that?
I, it's just I've had some good turkeys, man. It just has, the flavoring just has to, you know what I mean? And Kane has the flavoring down, you know what I mean? Just what you got to do because I just had some dry turkeys, man, for real.
But
All
Kane don't
right,
have.
my bad. Can y'all ask me again what the can y'all ask me again what the question was? Because I got a phone call.
Nah, nigga was just saying like, um, oh, yeah, I had said like, nigga had said that turkey should be retired Thanksgiving, and like asking how y'all felt about that.
Oh, I mean, I ain't mad at it, but the turkey I made this year, man, it's the best turkey I ever had.
Yeah, T
I
said
ain't gonna
you had
cap.
that down pat, bro. T say you know what I mean, but like I'm like T, remote, I thought turkey was pretty dry, bro, compared to other,
Hey man, it is. That's why I made the turkey this year to see if you know what I'm saying, to see what was really good with it. You know what I'm
how
saying?
did you
I
prepare? Did you fry it? Did you bake it? What you do?
I brined it. I brined it. So I brined it. BRINE.
Yeah.
So I brined it. So I got okay. I boiled some water. I put some kosher salt in there, peppercorns, orange slices, lemon slices, rosemary, thyme, bay leaves, parsley, some garlic, onion. Um, I don't even know what else, man. I don't even know. I think I might have threw some chicken bouillon in there,
Yeah.
some Sazon bouillon in there or something like that. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
oh, some brown sugar. I put a little bit of brown sugar in there, and I let it sit for 48 hours, bro. And
Yeah.
then when I took that out, I let it sit in the refrigerator for 24 hours uncovered. Then I went in and seasoned it, you know what I'm saying, did whatever. Now I put I put some celery under there, another onion, some lemon slices, some rosemary, some thyme, and some bay leaves in
Yo,
there
what
with
the
Hmm.
fuck? Hey man, this is not you, bro. You got that shit off Google. You
No,
went
I
to
mean,
rest.
I watched hella. I'm talking about hella YouTube videos, TikTok videos. You feel me? And I got like the genuine. I got everything. I'm like, okay, I see everybody doing this. I see everybody doing that. You feel me? And I just kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Cause
Did my
think about that,
thing.
bro. Like you literally, you said you put rosemary in that shit.
I put it in the pan that it was
Yeah,
cooking with.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying, bro.
the aromatics they say.
Yeah, but you Yeah, you was on Google. Look, man, for the people that don't know, brining is the process whereby chicken or other meat is submerged in a salty liquid, and that is the brine. And it's left to marinate to add flavor, tenderize, and add moisture so the chicken or turkey stays juicier when roasted. And that's basically what you did because you said 48 hours.
Yeah.
That shit was on point. And it says it injects flavor and seasoning right into the flesh of the whole chicken or turkey in a way that no other method can. All right, I get it. The way they described it, bro, that's how you described it. You said, all right.
So what it is the process of osmosis. I think
Man, get the
where
fuck out of here.
no,
Hold
I'm
up.
just saying. Look though. It's soaking in the water, right? And it's drawing the water in, the moisture in, but then it's drawing the moisture out and then back in.
Correct. You didn't have to explain what
I'm
osmosis.
just saying. I don't,
I know what osmosis is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't say
Osmosis
you didn't. You
Jones.
know what I'm saying? I was just saying. My fault.
That's
My fault. OG. My fault. OG.
that's some real good shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
look though. So I made some compound butter. I got some garlic butter that was like $3 a stick.
compound.
Yeah, compound butter. I basically just got some butter. I let it sit out long enough to soften, not melt all the way. Put all the seasonings for the turkey in that butter, stir it up, and then just cover the turkey with the butter. And then I put it in between the skin and the actual bird. So
But
the
what
meat
makes
would
it
actually
compound? Like, do you have like oxygen butter and like carbon butter? You feel me? Compound butter. So it's like, I don't know, like carbon monoxide butter,
Carbon butter.
but it's a compound butter. You feel me? No.
That should sound like some nitrogen, dude.
but look though, not only that though, I
You could
did
have
the
some
look,
nitrogen butter though and some oxygen butter, but it'd be nitrous oxide butter. You feel me? But it's still a compound butter.
but
But you
look
would need
though.
two oxygen butters. And then
after
like
I did that, I hit them with the Creole butter injection.
was the
So I get
Creole
the
butter
syringe.
compound butter or was it just uh
The compound butter was for the outside
the
layer.
Creole butter, not compound butter, right? It's different butter.
Nah, yeah, it's a different butter. It's an injection. It's going inside the turkey. I'm getting a syringe. Look, I'm getting a syringe and I'm filling it up, and then I'm shooting it inside the parts that's gonna be the dries. I'm
You did
shooting it
that?
all over. Yeah, I did it over the whole turkey, but I made sure I got the breast really good. So
You
the
gotta
butter is
yeah,
cooking inside the breast, my nigga. In the meat, my nigga.
butter the breast. Pause, bro. You know what I'm saying? For
I
real.
mean, I wouldn't pause it, but you know.
Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga was talking about Atlanta earlier, bro. Like before I got on the podcast, bro. Nigga gotta say pause, bro. You gotta say pause, bro, because we might have some Atlanta listeners out there, bro. And
All I'm saying is, man, that shit was great. Even today, I'm reheating it for the second or third time, and it's
you don't have to put any more butter on the breast though, because you already did that shit.
yeah. I mean, well, it's like it's swimming in butter, bro. It's like that shrimp scampi, like when you got the shrimp and you dip it in the butter, and then it melts in your mouth. It's the same way. Swear to God.
You see, when you do shit like that, you gotta cook it yourself, bro. You can't have nobody else shit, and that shit is lotioned in anything, bro. That's one reason why I get plain cheeseburgers and shit like that at restaurants and shit like that. Cause motherfucker wanna lotion your shit with condiments and shit. Pause.
No doubt, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
Mm.
be like, yeah, let me get a cheeseburger with ketchup. Here, nigga, gonna lotion your shit down, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Your shit gonna be bleeding. You feel me? As soon as you take that shit out the wrapper, you gonna have ketchup on the wrapper and shit like that. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but I will say McDonald's on 15th Street, they pretty legit.
Yeah, they nice. They nice, but
Sometimes, bro, I got a plain
Shout
cheeseburger
out
that
to the Migos.
wet. That shit was sweating, son. I was like, nah, nigga, lick this shit, son. I need my money back. You heard?
That's crazy.
I don't like to see. Like the only place I seen a burger sweat is Crystals, fam.
I'm saying, don't that mean like it's fresh, bro? Like you don't want a fresh, juicy
Nah, you
burger, bro?
don't want a wet one, no, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I
Like my
would
shit been running suicides, nigga.
not pull up the Crystals.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, like crystals don't sound bad right now.
Crystal Burgers run sprints, nigga. For Bob Knight, you know them shits is wet.
Only reason I don't fuck with crystals because that shit just too expensive in my opinion.
What? That's the only reason?
Yeah.
Get them out of here, Colson.
I hadn't been to Crystals honestly since like
No, look, bro, you get like two little burgers, some fries, and a drink for like $4 or $5, bro. Two of them.
Hey, yo, they need to put the crystals in Somalia and call that shit Five Guys.
yeah. That's crazy.
That's real shit.
Oh,
fucking
you
great.
are insane. Why would you?
That's
Yo,
fucking great.
That's the only. Is why they created that shit, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's why they created that shit. I don't see why, like, in fat states, fam. Hold up. In 2025, fat states in the United States of America have crystals. What?
now, enlighten me on what is a fat state.
Nigga, you know what fat states are.
Okay, so assuming I
You
did
know what
know,
a fat state is.
assuming I knew what a fat state was, which states are fat states?
Nigga, we live in a fat state, nigga.
What?
I mean, shit, cholesterol on fleek.
Hey man,
You know what I mean? Everything, bro. Everything cooked in oil, nigga. I went to Krispy Kremes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That shit was greasy. Yeah? Just the way we like it, bruh. And there was crystals half a mile down the street from the Krispy Kreme. Like, what the fuck? The burgers is like this big, bro. And niggas go there. Niggas leaving with a sack full. That's probably something you could get at a crystal, right? A sack full of crystals.
yeah, but now it's gonna be like $20. Like, bro, y'all tripping. These burgers ain't got no bigger, bro. Y'all tweaking. I understand inflation, but y'all tweaking.
Nigga go to crystals for sour bread and salt, like wet bread and meat. That shit crazy, man. But that's what y'all like, though, man.
Man, last time I went to Crystals, that shit was smacking, bro. Swear to God. It was the only thing that was open. Why you looking at me like that, dog? I'm just saying it was the only thing that was open. That shit was fresh. Shit. I ain't give a fuck how much I paid that night. I don't remember how much it was.
Hey, rest in
I'm
peace.
just saying, if I'm really hungry, bro, and I go to Crystals, I'm gonna need like 6 to 8 of them motherfuckers.
Hey,
10
bro,
if I'm being greedy.
no cap. If you go to Crystals, I'm gonna be like, man, that nigga King was a good dude.
Hey man.
Hell nah.
Burgers. Listen, my general rule for eating out is I only eat out stuff I don't know how to make myself. But a burger is one thing I don't mind outsourcing. I don't know why.
Sure.
Crystals, if something you can make it yourself, nigga could definitely outdo Crystals. You could make a better burger than Crystals. That's, as a matter of fact, that's the one place you're guaranteed. My daughter can make a better burger than Crystals. Now she has. No, real shit. You know what I'm saying? And she used the Velveeta cheese. You know? It was good. Word to me, B. Real shit. And then them niggas open like 24 hours. You know, I was talking about that Uber Eats thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be mad as fuck. These niggas eating crystals? God damn, they better be tipping me like $10. Fuck.
Man, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, I couldn't go to White Castle like Harold and Kumar. You feel me? So crystals was the next best thing.
Did we ever go to White Castles in Nashville?
Nah.
Hey, yo, I think I went one time in Cali.
Real shit?
I think so. I think so.
That shit just like crystals, ain't it?
Yeah. It's like no different.
But you know what? Somebody from Chicago told me that shit better, bruh. I'm like, hell nah. You know, I think it's just those King's Hawaiian rolls aren't built for burgers, bro.
What they built for? Turkey?
Nah, just but
yeah.
turkey's pretty good on them, I swear.
Hey man, hey, while we talking this up, man, that turkey sandwich don't sound bad at all right now. I'm gonna go handle that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But I ain't gonna cap though. When I was in Chattanooga, like we used to have to go to chapel every week. You know what I'm saying? Remind me to bring up a story about that chapel. Yeah, but yeah, man. Used to eat them crystals after chapel, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Or smashing them bitches. But you have to understand, no, like niggas wasn't around to see me eat that shit. So I was like, let me go ahead, get to it on John's right quick.
But so he was like Squidward when he didn't want SpongeBob to know he like Krabby Patty. Hey, you like crystals, don't you?
Nah, I ain't like them though. It was just like, if you got a chance, if you got a choice between a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a hot crystal, you would take your chance. Sometimes, bro, you would think the bread wouldn't be wet, and you would, you know what I'm saying? You know how it be. You know what I'm saying? But you got like 8 out of 10 crystals are gonna be wet. You can't fuck with that, son.
What you mean wet, bro? What's up with you and wet foods, bro?
Crystals have a high affinity. Hold up, let me change the voice.
What?
Crystal burgers have a high affinity for the high displacement.
Can't hear nothing you're saying, but all right.
Yeah.
Hey man, anyway, man, if you like crystals, man, go get you some crystals, dog.
All right.
It don't matter if it's greasy, bro. Sometimes that's good. If you got a condition though, you might not want to do it. But if you young, you healthy, you young, wild and free, man, go get you some crystals, man. Ain't nothing else open.
Nah, I know you can hear me now, bro. I don't know if you were trolling. I'm gonna have to.
No, we really couldn't. T, could you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I couldn't hear it.
Bro. But I ain't. Look, bro, you got me, bro. You feel me? You got me out of character, bro. But listen, bro.
I swear to God, I couldn't hear you, bro. I thought T couldn't hear you either.
Moisture. Who's gonna eat all that wet moisture? And like, come on, bro. You didn't pay for all of that. That's what I mean by wet, bro. Like the bread is soaked by the time it gets to your house, bro. And that's just a waste of money, bro. You can make that yourself.
Well, see, I guess the reason I don't have a problem with it is if I was to make my own burger, I would toast my buns and butter them up, and they would probably look the same way. so that's probably why we looking at it. That's probably why we looking at it. I understand what's going on. I like that shit. I'm a real fat fuck. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
Son.
I'm a fat fuck. I like that. What kind of I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. No, man. Eating is one of the more simpler things, man, that make life worth living to me. Man. A good meal, man. Like for real. Like, and they say like treat yourself. That's how I treat myself.
Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? I get what you were saying by Kendrick won the battle. I didn't get to recap on that. I get it. Because like in the meantime, when people were still caught up between that shit, Drake had already moved on to a different project, bro, with Party Next Door, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had already went back to bread and butter and cashed in. Y'all niggas still on Not Like Us, bro. I done, you know what I'm saying? Moved over to a whole nother project. That's a press play. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't even gonna cap, bro. That Not Like Us wave, it rode so hard, bro, that niggas made that album that Kendrick put out a press play, bro. But I'm not quite sure that it was a press play. Because like he said, bro, it was hella regional, bro. And you know what I'm saying? The whole buzz and aura of that Not Like Us, bro, had niggas' mind so fucked up, bro. They just press play, bro. But I've heard a lot of Southern artists get accused of making their shit too regional. A lot of Northern artists, Jay-Z, be accused of making their shit too regional and shit like that. That nigga had such a great moment, bro. That shit felt like a universal, you know what I mean? But it wasn't even one of those projects like Kendrick has made in the past. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
he you know what I'm saying? He won such a good battle that it made niggas think that he won the war, but he really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because really, Drake won a whole bunch of battles, bro. Them niggas just went, you know what I'm saying? I can't really when I look at that shit of like objectively, bro. Drake was on his ass, bro. I'm not gonna act like that nigga didn't take forever and a day, bro, to just respond to that nigga. Drop, drop, drop. You know, on his ass, bro. This nigga even like went 2027 with that shit and got AI on their ass, bro, and thought niggas had Tupac and a Snoop Dogg verse on his ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was really on that nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he really put good work. You know what I'm saying? But it like niggas just forget how big of a state Cali is and that Cali influence. Nigga, there are Cali niggas everywhere, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You know? So I don't forget that point about it too, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, so I can't just say Kendrick is running hip hop right now. You feel me? Right now. You know what I'm saying? I still think it's open season, bro. That's what I'm saying. Appreciate you.
And now that you mention it, I'm glad you said that because we really didn't even answer the question of who's at the top right now. Because I don't think neither one of them are at the top right now, to be honest. And I'm gonna be honest with you, not that I'm not saying that they the best, but Playboy Cardi and NBA YoungBoy running shit right now.
I say that. If it's not open season, who would you say, T?
If I had to give one person, I say Future.
Because I saw his picture there and I was gonna double back, but I noticed, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was such a good topic, and it's so many ways you could take a topic like that we didn't even, like Kane said, come back to it. But Future,
I don't think so.
Future is so versatile. The thing is, he's worth the mention. If he's not that guy, it's still, you know.
Listen.
Legitimate.
Future would have been a legit answer before that Playboy Cardi drop. because Playboy Cardi showed that he was like, because he younger, he like a younger Future, like the same way we was like riding Future Wave in 2015 and maybe a little bit sooner, maybe like 2013, 14-ish. You get what I'm saying? We started that wave. This is Playboy Cardi wave, I feel like.
But look, one thing you have to mention though, oh my God, what's his name? Ola, is it Ola Runt? He's a Sex Money Murder dude. I don't know blood name, man. He from Atlanta, but he got a diss to Playboy Cardi that he dropped this summer when he got out of the feds called All Dead. But he had a line where, because him and his clique and Playboy Cardi clique beefing, but he got a line like, "We don't even listen to you in Atlanta." Like, I think something that is one of the bulletin points on, if you are, you know what I'm saying, at the top of this game that we, you know what I'm saying, hold so dearly, bro, is you have to be loved in your hometown, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have to, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reverence of Nip is how Bloods and Essays and everybody respected this nigga in LA, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody reveres Jay-Z in New York and Nas. Everybody reveres this white boy in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody reveres what's his name? Playboy Cardi, that, you know, in his own hometown. Like, this is just one thing that I'm talking about, just the hometown love. Everybody does love Young Boy though, and Young Boy, I have to give him. I know Playboy Cardi does numbers on the streams, Apple Music, all of that. His tours go crazy and everything. I'm just literally talking about the hometown love just on this, you know, and it's not on Future level, bro. With the Playboy Cardi.
Like, what are you saying? Like, are you saying that make like, I don't agree with that.
That has to add to the greatness, bro, in this hip hop shit, bro, because
no, I don't think so.
The hometown love, bro, as far as this rap shit, bro. Like if niggas don't even love you in your own hometown, bro, I've seen that shit play a part in niggas' success somewhat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hometown, home state. I'm
saying that's like that's like some old school rules type shit, bro. I don't think nobody's.
Yes, you're right. You are right.
I don't think that matters, bro.
But it does matter though, bro.
I mean, it might matter for niggas like that, bro. But you gotta understand what demographic fuck with Playboy Cardi, bro. It's like white people, rich white people, poor white people. It's totally people that don't give a fuck about no street codes, no rules, no nothing. They just fuck with Playboy Cardi because they fuck with Playboy Cardi.
I'm glad you brought this up. Something that you get kind of like brought into, and you guys were talking about something totally different. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of were like talking about, like, I forgot what exactly y'all were talking about earlier, but you were talking about it with T. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like the others outside who consume, you know, and that's a thing in hip hop too that doesn't get talked about a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's really consuming and dictating what's hot and what's not? Like, what are we going by? Are we talking about the people who legitimately support these artists financially? Because if we are, then a lot of people that look like us shouldn't have an opinion, bro, because they bootleg and they consume these artists shit freely. They don't support the artists. Who does support the artists though? People that don't look like us. And this is facts, bro. And this goes back decades, nigga. I'm talking about to the CD shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas been dubbing niggas shit, bro. Wasn't purchasing niggas shit, bro. White people been the major financial players in our shit. So if we talking about consumption that way, like giving legitimacy to, you know what I'm saying, opinions and shit like that, nigga, I can't really say shit, bro, because like I burnt and I got a lot of bootleg shit. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
I didn't give
Me
Wayne
too.
as much money as them crackers, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like my opinion more valid than these crackers, bro, because I come from closer to a culture than he did than them. You know what I mean? That like, but nah, bro, they supported that nigga more than I did, bro. You know what I'm saying? They went to more of his concerts. You know what I'm saying? Now I bought a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example though, you know? So that's just an angle when we talk about like them white boys who, you know what I'm saying, consume the shit, bro. Cause a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. They paying the
Yeah.
shit. They ones buying the artist merch and all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? The trippy red merch. You got that trippy red merch, nigga? Hell no.
What?
See what I'm saying? Look at Samir's face, bro. He hit me with that straight face, bro. I know you Aquarius, nigga. He said, I know you didn't get that trippy red merch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Tom, but did you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know that white boy did. But it's a nigga calling Trippy Red trash, though. You know what I'm saying? Calling Trippy Red last project trash.
I don't agree with that, but you know, I feel you.
That was just a take, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about, like, you know, in terms of, you know, consumption, you know, that like take that, like, you know, niggas don't even, you know, financially support our artists as much as them folk do. You know?
Hey, speaking of speaking of the art, man, I just feel like everybody. No, I ain't even gonna tell you, I ain't even gonna do it that way. I was one of maybe the few in the minority, I don't know, that did not agree when that little brief period where the narrative was women was running the rap game or hip hop, just because like a lot of major artists weren't really dropping, and you know what I'm saying, and really carrying. Because my whole thing is, okay, so they shining right now because you know for one reason or another, but my thing is it's not the same.
Hold up. Are you saying that women were not running the rap game, or are you saying that you just didn't like that people could say that, or
I
were
didn't
saying?
like I didn't like that. Yeah, I guess I didn't like that people could say that
But
because
but do you feel like women were at that time, or you know, because not right now, right? But during that time that they were saying it, because I remember. Do you think that women were, because you had Glorilla, Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, you know, Ice Spice, you know, a lot of them, you know, a lot of them, you know.
I look at it like this. We in an NBA season. You feel me? For whatever reason, Luka get hurt, Jokic get hurt, goddamn Giannis get hurt, God forbid. You feel me? All the heavy hitters, maybe the top 12 people in the league is injured. And I'm gonna say somebody name some teams so I can just pick a player.
The Spurs.
Fuck that. James Harden wins MVP. I say he probably like top 12-ish, 15 in the league right now. Y'all think he might be higher?
I don't know. He might be
I
for
don't
what
know.
he doing. For what he doing for them, especially with Kawhi being
Okay, fuck it.
gone.
Bam Adebayo win MVP.
Yeah,
Are we
that'll
gonna say this nigga is the best in the league, or he like what are we gonna say? Do you get what I'm saying?
that's gonna be a reach.
I'm saying he wins it.
They gonna say he got that because Asia got it. That's what they're gonna say. If he got it this year, they gonna say he got it because Asia got it, bro. And that's his girl, bro. You know what I'm saying? They did that shit for the ratings. They did that shit for the ground, bro. They gonna they gonna do them like Instagram hoe, bro. They gonna treat them like Instagram hoe. They gonna say, yo, NBA gave you that shit for the ground, bro. You feel me? That shit was a nice photo out, boy. There ain't no way. T, you still got that graphic, them numbers that Luca putting up through these first 20 games, Luca, SGA, and all that. Hey yo, and then speaking of that, bro, like don't forget where we at though, but like, hey, that boy SGA is not box office, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause I feel like you put him in New York, somewhere else, niggas gonna be like, who the fuck is that? That nigga lame as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like this ability to fill up seats, bro. And outside, like even his game is not attractive. His game is annoying as fuck. He gets the numbers and shit like that, but that shit is it's not sexy, bro. I had to think of Surge. That shit is not sexy, bro. You feel me? Because he's black. This nigga does the same shit Luca does. It's just instead of shooting threes, most of the shit mid range. It's the same shit Luca does, but it's not sexy. The reason why is because look at him for one. You know what I'm saying? Just look at him. You know what I'm saying? And then two, look at him. He's black. He does the same shit that Luca does, and he's black. He doesn't play above the rim. And the only people that are getting away with that shit, bro, are white people and light skinned niggas, bro. Straight up. Jalen Brunson and Luca. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's the only niggas that's playing like that, getting away with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? This box office niggas. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, that nigga a star. But nah, but yeah, my bad, bro. Got me hyped up, man.